Consistent Perky is in the building. Theories on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Discord edition that you guys have sent over. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, because this is how we're getting these videos out. So if you would like your video on here along with the shout out, please add the Discord. The link is in the description down below. And speaking of the description down below, y'all go check out the merch, Discipline Over Desire. Because guess what? Discipline gonna win every single time. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. Thank you to Sav for this video.
The craziest coincidences in American history lie between Abraham Lincoln and JFK. It's almost like they were predetermined to live the exact same lives. It starts with they were both elected to Congress in 1846, and 1946, and then both elected as president in a year that ends with 1860, 1960. They were both, unfortunately, assassinated by being shot in the back of the head on a Friday while sitting right next to their wives. John Wilkes Booth shot Lincoln in a theater and then went to hide in a warehouse, while Lee Harvey Oswald shot JFK in a warehouse and then went to hide in a theater. Lincoln's secretary, whose last name was Kennedy, advised him not to go to the theater that day, and JFK's secretary with the name Lincoln advised him not to go to Dallas that day. The number 7 also has a big role in it because both of their names have 7 letters. JFK was in the 7th car, Abraham Lincoln was in the 7th booth. Both their assassins' names are known by 3 words and 15 letters. And both police officers who detained their assassins have the last name Baker. I'm gonna say the craziest coincidence, but before I do, make sure you follow so you find and know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and requests you want to see next. The craziest part is that both of their presidencies will be remembered for their work in civil rights and wanting to make change in that area, and then both of their successors had the last name of Johnson.
Why the mathing in that one?
There's a dark secret to why we celebrate our birthdays.
Bring it
I don't know
out.
if it's a conspiracy theory or if it's true, but it blew my mind. So according to the stories and what I've heard, is you know how we chant, "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you." Well, chanting that is actually a ritual against us. Oh, these noodles taste like your mom's booty. And you know how I like your mom's booty. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out though. You notice how happy birthday is like a chant. You light the candles, turn off a light, you all get in a circle, you start chanting, and then you blow out the candles. Tell me that's not portraying a ritual experience. Now let me tell you what I heard the ritual does. But first, what month and day were you born? Let me know down below. I want to know what sign you are. Me, I was born August 29th, and I'm a Virgo. Anyways, it is said that when we do that, it's a ritual that's sealing our fate.
Sorry, I know this is like off topic. Y'all gonna see this later, but today is actually August 29th, so that's freaking scary. It's August 29th right now that I'm recording this video. Matter of fact, if you don't believe me, look. I know that's off topic. Anyway, I'm gonna run back because, yeah. Focus.
Down below, I want to know what sign you are. Me, I was born August 29th, and I'm a Virgo. Anyways, it is said that when we do that, it's a ritual that's sealing our fate to grow older. And that's why some people believe that people who don't celebrate their birthdays tend to look younger than they actually are. Now look, this is all conspiracy, and it's circling around the internet right now. But it's kind of scary to think about.
I was laughing because, y'all know black don't crack. Thank you, DeAndre, for the video.
Okay, I have a secret to tell you. If you promise not to tell anybody,
I won't.
listen to me. The man who is heading the fight to make all bathrooms gender neutral, that man, he is a convicted child molester. Are you awake yet? Do you get it yet? Or are you still thinking,
So when you get a book that's banned, that means there's something in there that you need to know.
Absolutely.
This book is called History of Central Banking. What does Hitler, JFK, Lincoln, Gaddafi, Napoleon, Julius Caesar, Tsar Nicholas II have in common? They all tried to do state banking and they all got either killed or thrown into a war.
Mom, we need that book. Don't worry, I'm gonna find it.
Margaret Sanger, y'all, the hero of Planned Parenthood.
It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
But anyways, she was also a eugenicist. She would pen pal actually with some eugenicists in Nazi Germany at the time, interestingly. And they would talk about like their solutions for making cleaner races.
Yeah.
And in her mind, the solution was mostly contraceptives and sterilization of minority communities and of the disabled. Yeah, she's the founder of Planned Parenthood. She founded it as the Birth Control League before it became Planned Parenthood. Originally, it was all about handing out birth control and sterilization. She was actually forced sterilizations of the disabled. Also you need a permit from the government. She wanted to do a one-child policy in the United States like they had in China. And you would have to apply for a permit and in order to have a child.
That
And
yeah.
you didn't
Yeah,
know
I
you
didn't know
would not
that.
be allowed to have children, or you would be sterilized.
And she was an open racist. It was her idea to use the black preachers because she knew that she said the Negroes are religious people. She said we need to use the black preachers to sell this to the Negro.
Nigeria is just a name that the British threw onto the amalgamation of a bunch of different tribes there that destabilized the region and led to a genocide and a Holocaust of the Igbo people. When in the 1960s, millions of them were systematically killed and murdered.
Yeah, he told me about that too, but I was running late. So
it's so this is so relevant because we have such a never again Holocaust theme, but these people had it. But what is mind-boggling to me, which I can't imagine why this is not in the news and not spoken about, is that a large chunk, more than a fourth of the transatlantic slave trade came specifically from this one tribe. So how are we not starting to connect dots and being wait a minute? So the tribe in Africa that the government of Israel is fascinated with and enamored by is now the blood of those people flowing through the African American community here, which makes sense to me why they're all being we have an Israelite affinity where we're identifying this is us, we are this, and so I'm so yeah, if the DNA of the blood of these people are in them, they have a valid claim to feel and say that.
Did you know that they actually found Sodom and Gomorrah? All throughout this area, they found balls of sulfur. But these balls of sulfur are not like normal balls of sulfur. These sulfur balls are actually 70 to 80% pure sulfur. There is no other place on earth with sulfur that pure. Most sulfur is only about 40%. When it burns, it actually burns a bright blue. Here is believed to be Lot's wife when she disobeyed and turned back to look at the city. And here, these structures are just filled with ash. If you know that the Bible is 100% real and accurate and provable, tap subscribe and follow now for more. The Bible will be, I just see people in my comment. You still believe in the, thank you, Bino.
I mean, do you feel that Hollywood is still racist?
No. Hell, motherfucker, yeah, they racist. Is you fucking crazy? Did you see the new movie about Moses?
Right.
How the is the gladiator dude Moses? Get out of here. This is in Africa, not some small village in Sweden. Who comes up with this? That's like me playing JFK. Eddie Griffin as John F. Kennedy. The movie's gonna start with my black getting shot, then the rest of the movie's about the white detective trying to figure out who did it.
What do you think, what do you think was some of the most racist things you've dealt with being in Hollywood?
Hollywood, man. All right, you see the money they'll put behind an unknown white talent just starting out, right? When we all came out, this goes from Martin's show to me and Malcolm's show to Jamie Foxx's show, so on and so forth. They put us on these new networks. Remember they had UPN? I used to call it You Pick a Nigga. The You Pick a Nigga network. Every black show creates this network. Once this is built on our backs, they sell them. Where's UPN at?
Thank you, Miracle, for the video.
If giants aren't real, who built this and why?
Yeah, we've seen this before, y'all. If the average person is this tall, why is there a latch up here? Why is the door this high? It's not like we're bringing a car through it or anything. Why is the door this high, this tall, when we're only about average this height? Thank you, Rick, for the video.
Before you go to the dentist, you're gonna wanna watch this video. So I was on IG the other day and I seen this clip saying that how the dental industry uses people's teeth to clone them.
What?
It's crazy because a lot of people get their wisdom teeth pulled and sometimes they don't necessarily need them to be pulled. But anytime you go to the dentist, they try to encourage you to get your wisdom
all the
teeth.
time.
Not to mention, it's one of the only free processes that you can get at the dentist. So after I got my tooth pulled, I asked the dentist, where's my tooth at? And he was like, oh, it's right here. And I'm like, yeah, I want to keep it. And he was like, no, we don't normally let people keep their teeth. And I'm like, why not? And he's like, yeah, we just don't normally do that. So I'm looking at him like, bro, I need my tooth. So he like, yeah, we don't normally do that. I'm like, I need my tooth. So he walks away and he goes and talks to the other doctor, and he's like, all right, let me go see if I can, if we can do something about it, right? So another lady comes back there and she's already kind of privy to this information. So she asked me, she like, do you want to keep your tooth? I'm like, yeah. And I had already had it in my hand and picked it up because it
Was not
didn't
playing.
matter whether they was telling me I couldn't keep my tooth or not. I was keeping it, so I had it in my hand, and she looked at me and she was like, okay. She was like, let me clean it off for you first. And so I handed it to her, and it was in my hand, and she was like, so you was just gonna steal it? And I was like,
My own tooth?
no, I'm not stealing it. This is my tooth. So she told me that her husband is the same way, in that when they tried to pull her tooth and throw it away or take it, he told them that he didn't want them to take it and almost fought the doctor because they wouldn't give him her tooth. And he said that it prevents you from reincarnating in your next life, whatever sorcery they doing to the tooth. So then she told me, she was like, normally they just throw away the teeth when they done. She was like, we really don't do anything with them. And then she was like, but there is this guy that comes and picks up all the teeth. And I'm like, that's the dude right there. And the reason for not giving people their teeth away was because they said that it destroys the environment when you throw it in the garbage or something along the lines of that. But this isn't to shun any of the people that are in the dental industry, or any of the people that, what's going on, or any of the people that are at my dentist, because they work really good and they do really good work. That's why I go to them. But what was more enlightening to me about the whole situation was the fact of how separated they have each division when it comes to these levels. For example, the dentists don't know what's going on. The dentist aides don't know what's going on. And even the dentists themselves don't know what's going on. They know that they probably...
No! Why does the video end the way it ends? Because I be wanting to hear till the end and then they be getting cut off. But no, what I wanted to mention and what I wanted to say was that we had reacted to a video where we spoke about wisdom teeth getting pulled out and the money behind it, and why are you taking something out that doesn't even need to be taken out? Just all this stuff, right? The same dentist that will recommend you toothpaste with fluoride will tell you that you need wisdom teeth that don't even bother or interfere with your mouth to get pulled out. What I forgot to mention, I'm so glad that this video came up because now I can mention it, is that out of all teeth to pull, right? Because we got, hold on, why teeth in right now? I'm just playing. But all the teeth that we have, why is it that the wisdom, the teeth that are called wisdom, why do those have to get pulled out? It's not a coincidence that they named those teeth wisdom teeth, and that the wisdom teeth, according to the dentist industry, they want those pulled out. It's not a coincidence. It's not. Out of all the teeth in your mouth, those ones are named wisdom teeth, and the dentist will highly recommend and advise you to get your wisdom teeth taken out. Then you have this video saying that they keeping wisdom teeth, and then they're keeping it just to throw it away. Why I can't throw it away? What's the difference between your trash can and my trash can? Very interesting. Like I said, I have all my wisdom teeth. It's not a knock to anybody that got their wisdom teeth taken out. Do an extra prayer, because you see, he said they may have been doing sorcery or reincarnation, all this stuff. Just pray.
When will World War III start?
World War III starts on November 23, 2023 at 6:05 p.m. when Russia launches an attack against Germany.
All right, this one's gonna blow your mind. You ready? You ready?
One radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial.
But check this out. You remember this movie when it came out, 2017? Right. So, why is that important? It just happened that now, 7/7 of 2023, we're gonna have something very crazy. But the crazier part about that, why is that important? Because this is what this causes. What does that happen? And I don't know if you guys remember this guy talking about covering the sun.
What should we be worried about here? I mean, basically everything. I mean, when I first heard about this over 2 decades ago, this was a thought experiment, but this is real. They're really trying to do this.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's this for me. Bill Gates is funding project to dim the sun. Bill Gates, who are you? This man, how does he have this much power? How is it to the point where you went from doing the computer stuff to messing with the world? Who gave him the A-OK to do that? That's what throws me off about this man. Why is this man in everything? The plan is to depopulate.
This is the Illuminati card game, which was released in 1994. Let's see how many of these card predictions came true.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Put it on mute because the music. Wow. No, because we gonna talk about it. The card game is called Illuminati New World Order, right? This right here is the game. It was made by Steve Jackson. 2 to 6 people can play, ages 12 and up, right? I'm going somewhere with this. I just want you guys to see the card game, Illuminati game. Secret conspiracies try to take over the world. It's literally about a game that represents a different conspiracy, each of which can win either by controlling enough groups like the Republican Party or France, or by fulfilling their own special goals. That's the description of the game. It was inspired by a 1975 book, but it came out and was released in 1994. This game was made in 1994, was inspired by a book from 1975. Why is everything in this game happening? I will go back and play the video one more time for you guys to see. I just want you guys to understand that this game was released in 1994, and every card that they have talked about has happened, is happening, or is to happen. What does that tell us about the world? Let's play the video again.
Yeah. Truth hurts. Activating pineal glands with neuro-linguistics.
I want to let you know, if you have to pause, please pause the video and read the description of all these cards. The video is muted because it has copyright music. I'm letting that be known because a lot of people will question. Took some time, but I mean, he got it. Engine light on. It's running. I don't know if he's alive or not, but we have definitely seen multiple videos of inventors previously that have tried to do their car runs on water, and we've seen the end result from that. So I'm not saying that, I don't know if he's alive or not is what I'm trying to say. So if he's alive, y'all protect him at all costs. And if he's not, then we know that when it comes to inventions, don't be loud about that one. Because they coming for everybody that want to fulfill and carry out that mission of making cars operate on water.
This is what Dr. Bruce Stewart have to say about the Greeks in his 2011 lecture.
If you read what the Greeks said, not what we think, but if you read what the Greeks said, they said they got everything from Egypt. They got all their knowledge from Egypt. Pythagoras spent 15 years in Egypt. Now, when did we come up with the idea that the Greeks created everything from scratch? Well, believe it or not, it happened in the 18th and 19th century. And it's an unfortunate fact of life that Romanticism, which has many great things about it, also has a dark side, which has to do with racism. And in the 18th and 19th century, it was decided that it was just not appropriate for all this knowledge to come from an African country.
We will explore in upcoming videos how dishonest Egyptologists help perpetuate the myth of a non-black Egypt, centuries after the true ethnicity of Kemet was revealed.
You built a mechanical sex predator!
Yes, that's exactly right. This guy gets it, you get it.
Oh my god, no I don't!
I eat children. How old are you? 12. Oh, okay. Only to 10. Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know he was putting in jokes like that in his... I told y'all, it's things that you can kind of joke and play around about, but that's not one of them. I eat... What do you do it, especially when you know the stuff that's being put out? They know what they're doing, so it's no point for me to go into detail about it. They know what they're doing, but again, the truth is hidden in the jokes, so it's truth in every joke at this point. Theories on TikTok that make us question reality, keep us up at night, rethink everything as a whole. Y'all let me know in the comment section down below which video was your fave. This was a great video. Shout out to all you guys that sent over videos. I truly appreciate it. Again, if you are new to the channel and you're like, how do I send my video over to where she can see and react to it and post it on YouTube? At the Discord, the link is in the description down below. Cop the merch, y'all. Cop the merch. Again, I'll shout you out on my Instagram. I'll put you on my website. Cop the merch. Nothing but heat over there. I promise you, we didn't drop no L's. All W's. All W's. But I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I truly do from the bottom of my heart. All esteem goes to my Alua Yahuwah, my Adonai Yahushua Mashiach for blessing me with everything as a whole. I'm just a vessel that they work in and through, so I gotta give credit and honor where it is due. But y'all know me. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll see y'all in the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't stop.